Hello there. We have a problem. This one's been on Facebook quite a bit. Lots of different pages post this. I want to go through it because a lot of people get the wrong answer on this one. It's a fairly simple problem, but it's not that bad. So it's 50 plus 50 minus 25 times 0 plus 2 plus 2. And what does that equal? Well, first of all, you need to understand that multiplication has always had precedence over addition and subtraction, and that's true without parentheses. Look up the definition of multiplication in your dictionary if you're not sure. Multiplication is literally repeated addition. Now, some people memorized different acronyms like PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Not everyone learned according to an acronym. It doesn't matter if you did or not. The order of operations is still the same. But this is not a six-step checklist. Multiplication and division have equal precedence. Addition and subtraction also have equal precedence. Other people might have learned other acronyms like BODMAS, BEDMAS, BIDMAS. They're all the same. They give you the same answer. But unfortunately, a lot of people think these are six-step checklists. The first thing you do in this problem is the multiplication. Again, multiplication has precedence. You don't have to have parentheses around the 25 times 0. 25 times 0 is 0. Again, and we talked about that, the acronyms. But here we go. What are we left with? After 25 times 0 is 0, we have 50 plus 50 minus 0 plus 2 equals 104. Now, I know what all the wrong answers are for the most part. 4 is wrong. A lot of people get 4. Probably the second most common incorrect answer is 79. 79 is wrong. 96 is also wrong. People who think 96, they think they know the order of operations, but they really don't. The sad part is they don't even know how to add and subtract properly, especially when you have a negative number. They don't understand that. And I'm going to explain why all of these are wrong. All right, 4 is wrong. Uh, it's not, you would have to have parentheses around 50 plus 50 minus 25. Because remember what parentheses do. Parentheses give priority to anything inside of the parentheses. Well, we already said that without the parentheses, multiplication has precedence. The first thing we do is 25 times 0. But if you wanted the answer to be 4, you would have to put 50 plus 50 minus 25 inside of parentheses like this, and then it would be 50 plus 50 is 100. 100 minus 25 is 75. 75 times 0 would be 0. Then it would be 0 plus 2 would be 4. But there are no parentheses. The answer is not 4. And a lot of the people who say it's 4, they say it's 4 because there are no parentheses. The thing that they don't understand at all is to get 4, you would have to add parentheses around 50 plus 50 minus 25. So they've completely got it backwards here. You do not ignore the order of operations just because there are no parentheses. 79 is horribly wrong. Absolutely horribly wrong. And the issue here is that anyone getting 79 does not understand how to multiply by 0, which is really stunning. 0 times 25 is the same thing as adding 0 25 times. 25 times 0 is the same thing as adding 25 0 times. That's what multiplication means. Multiplication is about how many groups of something you have. If I have 25 pencils and group them in one bag, I have 25 pencils grouped in bags. Why? 25 times 1 is 25. But if I have 25 pencils and I group them in 0 bags, I might still have my 25 pencils, but 0 pencils are grouped in bags. 25 times 0 is 0. Multiplication is about groupings. A lot of people are confusing multiplication with addition. And it's always been this way, regardless of what some people think. 10 pencils in a cup times 0 cups, 0 pencils are in a cup. Pretty simple stuff. But I'm telling you, a lot of adults are getting that wrong. They think it's 79 for the answer. 96 is also wrong. Again, this is coming from people who keep trying to make an argument in PEMDAS because they memorized the order of 6 letters and then they stopped understanding anything after that. They literally believe that because the A is before the S, they think you somehow force addition before subtraction. What they don't understand is that you would have to put parentheses around the 25 times 0 plus 2 plus 2 to get 96. Because this negative sign over here only is associated with 25 times 0, unless I put parentheses here. This negative sign can only affect the 2 and the 2 if I have parentheses around 25 times 0 plus 2 plus 2. But there are no parentheses. There are no parentheses. 100 minus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 104. 100 minus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is not 96 unless you have parentheses here that don't exist. So again, that's wrong. And then that the people that say that they're using that word PEMDAS all the time. They keep quoting it, but they don't understand what PEMDAS means. They literally do not. Now, please, with PEMDAS, understand it. Don't just recite it. All right. PEMDAS is a 6-letter acronym for the 4 steps of order of operations. Multiplication and division have equal precedence. Division is multiplying by a reciprocal. Subtraction's nothing more than adding a negative number. Addition and subtraction have equal precedence. It's P for the step 1, exponent step 2, multiplication and division step 3, addition and subtraction step 4. All right, PEMDAS is not a happy alphabet song. PEMDAS is not a 6-step checklist. All right, there's textbooks too. A lot of people will say, well, back in my day, we learned that anything times 0 is that number. Or they'll say other things like, well, if we have no parentheses, you just solve left to right. Look, guys, every textbook, no textbook's ever taught that. I'm challenging anybody to show me a textbook that ever told you to blindly solve left to right without parentheses. Here's a teacher's edition from the 1950s. The one on the right is a textbook from 1922. They're all very clear, and they explain the order of operations that I just spent all this time explaining, and they explain it the same way. 1913, here's a book from 1913, all right? And right in here, it does tell us about the order of operations. First, all multiplications and divisions in their order from left to right, then all additions and subtractions from left to right. Pretty simple stuff. They knew that in 1913. So I'm not sure what we're arguing about in 2026. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. If this has been helpful to you in any way, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. I've got some affiliate links for some different things as well. That always helps the channel grow. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.